Do subscribe to Filter Copy and click on the bell icon to get regular updates.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Filter Copy. I am T.S. Sudhir. A big day as far as Indian cricket is concerned because at 6 p.m. we will come to know who is going to be the next coach of the Indian men's cricket team. Of course, the frontrunner is the current coach of the Indian team, which is Ravi Shastri. But there are four other candidates who are still in the race, and that includes Lalchand Rajput, also from Mumbai, like Ravi Shastri, Robin Singh, who has been associated with Mumbai Indians. So there are three people with a strong Mumbai connection, as it were: Tom Moody from Australia and Mike Hesson from New Zealand. So these are the five candidates because West Indian Phil Simmons has pulled out of the race. He has said that he will not be coming for the interview. So far, three of them have already been interviewed. Mike Hesson interview is going on at 5:30 p.m. is when Ravi Shastri will join them via Skype. Let's do a quick SWOT analysis of where exactly the five candidates really stand in terms of what are their chances to get the top job, which is definitely not just about cricketing skills. It also calls for a huge skill in man management, and also to be able to handle the pressure that comes from outside in India, both from former cricketers as well as just about any Indian, because almost every other Indian is a cricket lover and therefore also by default a selector as far as the Indian cricket team is concerned. Let's talk about Mike Hesson, whose interview is going on as we record this particular broadcast. Now, his first assignment was with the Kenyan national team, but then he took over as the New Zealand coach. Under his coaching, the New Zealand reached the first ever World Cup final in 2015, but of course it lost it to Australia down under. So in that sense, he has a track record of having led a particular team to success in a World Cup in an ICC format. He was also associated with the Kings 11 Punjab franchisee in the Indian Premier League. Then of course is Ravi Shastri, who has a strong backing of his captain Virat Kohli, and that remains the biggest factor as far as his CV is concerned. But even otherwise, the team has done pretty well under him in all three formats, be it Test, ODI or T20, given the fact that the Test Championship is to start on the 22nd of August with India playing the West Indies. Ravi Shastri brings a lot of experience of having handled the Indian team in difficult conditions in Australia, in South Africa, in England, in New Zealand, to the table. So in that sense, there would be a particular thought that there should be continuity as far as the coaching role is concerned. And the fact that he has Kohli's backing in a rather public way. Kohli, before the team went to the West Indies, said that he would back Ravi Shastri for the top job because he gets along well with the team. And in terms of communication skills, I think there are few people better than Ravi Shastri. So if I was Ravi Shastri, I would be sitting pretty, because this does not look like it is going down to the wire, to quote Ravi Shastri. He's definitely pretty much the front runner to get the job. Remember, he got the job after Anil Kumble and Virat Kohli did not get along. He was brought in and he has done a pretty good job in the time period that he has been coaching the Indian cricket team. The drawback, the negative in Ravi Shastri's CV is that the team has not won an ICC title under his coaching, and that will be the biggest minus factor as far as Ravi Shastri is concerned. And that's what Kapil Dev, Gaikwad and Shanta Rangaswamy would like to ask him as to what does he think he needs to do more, the team needs to do more in order to ensure that it has an ICC trophy in its cabinet, which has been missing for a rather long time. His biggest competition in that sense would come from Australian Tom Moody. Now, Tom Moody was a successful cricketer during his playing days. In terms of experience as a coach, he has done pretty well. He has been associated with the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and the Hyderabad franchisee won the 2016 title with Tom Moody as a coach. He also led the Rangpur Riders to a title win in the Bangladeshi Premier League in 2017, and of course was part of Sri Lankan team when it reached the 2007 finals of the World Cup. He's known to have a great cricketing brain, a very affable personality in that sense, has worked with cricketing greats like Muthiah Muralitharan and VVS Lakshman in the Sunrisers Hyderabad dugout. So in that sense, knows how to work with a team, knows how to work with teams with big names like the present Indian team has. So in that sense, he would be a strong competition to Ravi Shastri, much more than the other three candidates, Lalchand Rajput, Robin Singh and Mike Hesson. The other person is Lachan Rajput, who has, unlike Ravi Shastri, won an ICC title. The team won the first ever T20 World Cup in South Africa in 2007 when MS Dhoni was captain, when Lachan Rajput was the Indian team manager. So in that sense, that is something which is a plus in his CV. He's also been associated with the Mumbai Indians side. He's also been associated with the Afghanistan side in the past, and also with the Zimbabwean side. But again, a big ticket Indian team is a very different kettle of fish. And whether Lachan Rajput has the kind of cricketing past or the kind of gravitas to be able to do that job, that is something the three-member committee will have to consider. The last, of course, is Robin Singh, one of the best fielders that India has produced. He has also thrown his hat into the ring. He said after the interview that the interview went off well, so he's satisfied with the way he presented the roadmap for the Indian cricket team if he is to be appointed as the coach. He has also been associated with the Mumbai Indians in the Indian Premier League. He has been associated with the Barbados Trident, and they won the 2014 title, the CPL title, with him. And he has also been part of the IPL with the Deccan Chargers, the previous franchisee which was associated with the Hyderabad City. So these are the 6 names. But the other interesting factor will also be the support staff. Remember, Bharti Arun as a bowling coach, Sridhar as a fielding coach, and Sanjay Bangar as a batting coach was the team, the core team, along with Ravi Shastri. Whether we will be seeing any changes in that, we'll have to see, because the selection committee chairman MSK Prasad is interviewing candidates for those posts. As of now, it looks like Sridhar is going to face very tough competition, because Jonty Rhodes has thrown his hat into the ring, and Jonty Rhodes, as any cricket loving person will tell you, has really been the best fielder the world has ever seen. So if Jonty Rhodes, who has also had a stint with Mumbai Indians, is also in the race, Sridhar's position looks a little shaky at this point in time, though Sridhar, to his credit, has done a fairly good job with the Indian cricket team. Bharti Arun probably would be the most assured of the lot, because the fast bowling attack has done fantastically well under his watch. Whether it is Bumrah or Bhuvnesh Kumar or Shami or Khalil Ahmed, they've all performed very well. So Bharti Arun, a definite candidate to get an extension in the Indian coaching side. The third is Sanjay Bangar, who looks the most shaky, because the biggest complaint against Sanjay Bangar is that they were not able to find a reliable number 4 slot, and which is why you saw the whole lot of confusion even while the World Cup was on, that KL Rahul was put in, even though Vijay Shankar was thought of as the number 4. KL Rahul was used in the first 2 games. When Dhawan got injured, KL Rahul moved up, but they did not use Shankar permanently. He got injured, and then instead of an Ambati Rayudu, who was tried earlier in the number 4 slot, they got in Rishabh Pant. So a whole lot of musical chairs, trials and permutations kept taking place even during the World Cup, and that will again go against Sanjay Bangar. One of the names being spoken of is Praveen Amre. Again, a very good middle order bat when he used to play for India. He has been in a coaching role within India, so in that sense, he brings a lot of experience as a coach to the table. So he would definitely be one of the strong contenders. There is another person, this time from Mumbai, Amol Mazumdar, who has captained the Mumbai Ranji side also. When he started off, people used to talk of him as the next Sachin Tendulkar. That did not quite happen, but definitely he's another person who has thrown his hat into the ring for the Indian batting coach position. So lots of names, definitely, and it will not be an easy job for MSK Prasad and company to find the next batting coach, bowling coach and fielding coach. But as far as Kapil Dev and company are concerned, as I said, Ravi Shastri remains the front runner for the job of getting the job of the next Indian coach, and if he does so, he will remain for a long period, and his immediate task would be to ensure that India manages to do well and win the World T20 title, which is going to take place next. Given the fact, as I said, that the Indian cabinet is missing an ICC trophy in the cabinet, that is something which will be told and conveyed to Shastri, that remains his biggest task at this point in time. But a lot to look forward to. India would not want another Greg Chappell like episode, who actually came in with the recommendation and the backing of senior players like Saurav Ganguly and Sachin Tendulkar. But soon the Indian cricket team in the first decade of the century was to realize that he was really not the right person, that he was trying to make too many changes in the Indian cricketing side, which the Indian cricket team and fraternity was not quite prepared for. So definitely an exciting evening at 6 p.m. We will know who it is going to be, whether it's going to be Ravi Shastri or whether it's going to be Tom Moody or whether it's going to be any of the other three players who have been chosen for the post, for the job of the Indian cricket team coach. And remember, even the team there in West Indies would be looking at this press conference very closely, because they would also be very keen, obviously, to know who their next coach is going to be. So it's whether it's going to be party in West Indies tonight or whether it's going to be party at one of the four contenders tonight, we do not know. But yes, all eyes on Kapil Dev and company. We'll come again with a broadcast at 6 p.m. to let you know who is the next coach of the Indian men's cricket team. Thank you very much for watching Filter Kaapi.